So I don't know how I do it, but somehow I've got this fantastic feeling for where fog is, keeping up or not keeping up. So welcome back to the channel and welcome to Tuscany in Italy. I've been here for a couple of days now, and after our trip to Switzerland that you've seen last week, we went over the Simplon Pass. We actually wanted to take the train, but we were 2 minutes late, so we had to drive all the way over the mountains into Italy. Beautiful trip, but I'm here now for about 3 days, 4 days maybe. But the weather here, isn't all too well for photography. You know, maybe the weather is too good. If you look here at this, sorry for the buses, but if you look at this viewpoint here, you know, there's no atmospheric conditions at all here in this area for the whole week. So we're facing blue skies and it all looks to be a bit boring. So I'm not sure what to do, what I'm looking for. So I just decided to go to the town Volterra. And I'm gonna walk towards a viewpoint which will hopefully give us a real nice view towards the sunrise. And after that, well, I have no idea. We'll see then. You see, this is the view towards the sunrise. But it's not really that great, if I'm honest. There's a lot of things going on here in the foreground. I do like the section over here, but it will probably take a while before the light is going to hit that point. Quite difficult to think of something to do. Might photograph a couple of layers in those mountains here. I see some S-curve paths going up to a hill there. So there is potential, but we do need light or some sort of atmosphere. I was looking if I can get up higher, for example on the top of that castle there. That would be the best spot for sure. But I'm pretty sure that I can't get there on this time of day. Let's have a look. No, don't think so. It's part of a museum, so that's probably closed. But let me get the camera and try to get a shot of that mountains over here. So I just had a look if that old castle up here was accessible to get on top, but it actually isn't a castle anymore, it's the state prison, so definitely we don't want to get in there. So yeah, that will not be a pleasant place to stay in if you're imprisoned here. No windows, just thick walls. Ooh. No, I'd rather be out here. So I don't know how I do it, but somehow I've got this fantastic feeling for where fog is, keeping up or not keeping up. You know, I was just at the end of this road on the left side, so at the sunny side of this town called Volterra. There wasn't much interest there, and I was thinking fog usually concentrates on the shadow side. So I walked around. Now I'm on this side, I'm looking at this viewpoint, and what am I looking at? A valley covered in fog in the areas where the shadows are. So Sunlight hasn't hit yet, and I just found a fantastic composition. At least I hope it's going to be fantastic. I'm just using the 150 to 400 now. I also took a couple ones with the 12 to 100. But I'm using the 150 to 400 to completely zoom in to that part where the fog is concentrating. There's just one townhouse just lifting up from that shadows, from that fog. It looks really nice, and I just managed to shoot a handheld high-res image at about 400 mil, something like that, which is kind of crazy when you think of it. So let me show you. If you just zoom in to this section over here, and right now the fog is getting back a little bit, but it just looks really, really cool. See, you got that red flowered hill there with that path leading towards that old farmhouse. And not quite sure, maybe I'll have to take a close-up like this also. Yeah, that's kind of cool. So I'm gonna walk to the other side. That side is completely in the shade, so I don't want to walk around to the big bazooka where all the people are, so I'm gonna put it away. These are the shots. Oh yeah, that looks kind of cool. So I walked a couple of viewpoints further and I'm looking at another epic scene. It's just the same view actually, but it's a bit clearer here, so I can take a bit of a more wider shot without all the distractions on the foreground here in my frame. And just let me show you this. So this is the frame that I'm interested in. You see these red hills, a bit of fog, and in the bottom you can see those lit up pieces of olive yards there in the right bottom, and in the left bottom, oh focus, in the left bottom there's a house in the sunlight. So I'm just trying to include those two parts as my anchor on the bottom and then all the way up. And because it's probably going to be a 16:9, I'm going to take it as a handheld high-res shot. And I have to be fast because that fog is definitely clearing much faster than I want to. Like always the case. And the funny thing is, if you overexpose it a little bit, don't overexpose it, but expose it to the right, the fog seems to be a bit clearer in that area. Yeah, I think I like it. It's a bit messy maybe, but still pretty cool shot. So I'm at this viewpoint that has probably been photographed the most times here in Volterra. I'm sorry, there are some people cleaning the streets here. But I am gonna take this picture just because it's a pretty nice shot. And last year, or 2 years ago, I captured the same shot at dawn. So when all the sunlight was gone, so only street lights. And I think that was a pretty epic shot. So just taking the same shot now with just a little bit of the city lit up by the sun. And I'm going to do that with the 8-25 to get a very wide shot. So you can see the scene is going to be a bit like this. Sorry for all the noise, but you got these greens in the foreground here with those roofs, those two towers, and then that side there is completely lit up by the sun, which I really like. So a little bit of shadow and sunlight there. So and there's also a nice shot down here. That's more, which is more angled down. You can see I'm not including that tower. I'm just focusing on this section here, so you get that gap in the foreground, and then all those rooftops with those dishes. I think that looks cool. So I hope these shots are gonna work out. It's a bit chaotic, but yeah, also with the noise in the background. But you know, there's only one way to photograph this. It's late at night or early in the morning when all those tourists haven't arrived. But yeah, I think it's kind of cool. So yeah, still looking at those rooftops if there's more possible, but let me show you these shots. I think they're worth it. So I think with those rooftop shots here, it's a nice moment to end this video. You know, a bit of a strange, chaotic video maybe, but I just tried to make the best of what was available to me at this moment. And yeah, that was from this top side of Volterra. A bit lucky there with those foggy shots. I think these were the best. But you can't have it all on a day like this or a period like this. And this seems to be the best day of the week for photography. You know, the rest of the week is going to be staggering hot here, clear blue skies. So the first day is going to be Saturday, but that's the day we're going back home. So I'm not sure if there are going to be more videos from Tuscany here. So I hope this will be worth it, that there will be enough quality shots in it, and we will see at home. So thanks for watching. I hope you still enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget, please push that thumbs up button. You will massively help this channel. And there's also a subscribe button underneath this video. Just subscribe to the channel because there are some epic trips coming up, and yeah, definitely some content that's hopefully going to be worth watching. So hope to see you on the next time, and bye bye.